on December 14th today, and today and tomorrow are my busiest days. It is departure days. So tonight, I am currently filming this and it's just gone midnight. I'm still up because I have departures tonight. So I have a student that I have to go and wake up at 1:30 because their international flight means that they have to leave here at 2 a.m. The next student is leaving just after 3 a.m. and then I have two girls later on at 6 a.m. So I thought there's not much point trying to go to bed for the first part because I've got to be up to get those girls up. So I thought, let's make the most of it. So I decided to fully finish two of my items. So these aren't 100% dry yet, so I'm not going to be touching them too much because I have just finished them. So the first one is the Cookie Exchange by Hands On Designs. So this was the most recent stitch along, so I have finished this. I do need to go over it with a lint roller, I do apologise. But yes, so this is gorgeous. I stitched this on 18 count Drapery Designs in the shade Frosted Cookies, which was a limited edition. But it is an absolutely gorgeous fabric and I really love the design. It's really nice, a really simple design, very quick to stitch, and I quite like the fact that it's a little bit different to other cookie designs that I've seen. So I have got this one finished. I've used Chelsea's checks in the red and black on the back. Once again, I did get a question on Instagram as to where in the UK you can find Chelsea's checks, Priscilla's pretty plaids. I get mine from So Hot UK. Currently they have some of the Chelsea checks, Priscilla's Pretty Plaids and the Housewife, Stitch with the Housewife stripes. And then I've just used a glitter bow and I've actually glued on my 2021 charm onto that straight away. So done that. The back I've just put the fabric streak on sticky board. The front I have put my stitching on a piece of batting because I really like how that looks, and a little ribbon hanger. So I'm just going to wait for this one to dry and then that will be added to my cookie tree decorations. So I'm really loving having a themed element for my decorations, and I think next year for the tree in the office I may change it up, but I'm going to still stitch cookie things because, as I've said, I really love the idea of having when I get my own place, which isn't going to be anytime soon, but I love the idea of having themed areas, and obviously cooking and baking definitely for the kitchen. So I'm still going to be working on gingerbread stitches, but this one is absolutely gorgeous. I'm glad I can add this to the finished pile. The other one I fully finished, and I finished stitching this a while ago. This is the Lucky Nutcracker Sow by Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and I have finished this into a flat fold. So I really loved how my flat fold finished out the other day. They're so simple to make. I followed Fauna the Twisted Stitches tutorial on how to make it. For this one I didn't want like a big bow element to show, so I've just gone round with some small thin rickrack. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's basically white and with a silver thread running through it, and that just kind of covers up the biggest seam in this. And then I've just used, I can't remember if this is a Riley Blake fabric, but it's a Nutcracker fabric, and I've used that to cover the 3 boards that I have inside. But I absolutely loved stitching this piece and I'm really excited to have this fully finished. I think I'm going to be using flat fold method quite a lot in my finishing. It's just really nice and simple, and I love how it will just look displayed. I'm planning to do a couple of other Nutcracker pieces and then I can have them displayed on a bookshelf or a windowsill all together. So that was that one. This was stitched 1/1 on 27 count, and once again it does need lint rolling. I do apologise. It's 1/1 on 27 count Chromatic Alchemy Even Weave June, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love the June fabric, absolutely stunning, and all of the called for DMCs. So that is that piece. So what else do I have to show you? Oh, the most exciting thing. So I showed you my chatelaine that I wanted to start probably the new year. Let me just turn this over. So this is the one I'm planning to start. I was just waiting for my items to come through from Lakeside Needlecraft. Sorry, it went out of my head then for a second. So I ordered a meter of the 28 count even weave in white. This is just a Swigart white. This is a little bit bigger than I needed, but I did need to order a meter to make sure I had enough. So that has come in. And then I decided to only order the stuff for this very center of the mandala here. So this pattern is the Gardens of London mandala, and as I said, I've only ordered the stuff for the very middle of the pattern because I'm hoping over Christmas that I'll get some gift vouchers and places where I can pick up the other ones, because it is going to be a bit of an expensive one to kit. So I haven't got all of the colours, they didn't have all of them, so some of them I am going to have to substitute or find something else to stitch with, and I still need to pull a couple of DMCs out of my stash. But I've got this petite silk lane braid, and I'm not sure if the colour's on here, SP92. It's this gorgeous purpley lilac with an iridescent thread in there. I'm not sure if that's going to show up on camera, but that one arrived. I've never used any of these threads before, so I'm really excited. Then I have a Dinky Dyes silk in Calabar, and this is a gorgeous green. It's like an emerald turquoise green. It's showing up showing up darker on camera than it actually is. It's absolutely stunning, so I'm looking forward to using that one. There's a Dinky Dyes Blue Iris, and these are just so soft. So I have a Water Lilies in the shade Celery, and this one has got variegation in it. I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera. It's a variegated cream with a little bit of light green bluish tint in there. And I did only order one of each to start with. As I said, I'm going to kit up the whole project hopefully after Christmas, when I've got a little bit of Christmas money to spend. I got Pesto, gorgeous greens, and then Olive Grove. So I'm really looking forward to being able to take this one with me and starting this at some point over the festive period. My original thought for this was New Year. It just depends on if I can hold out until New Year to start this. There are some other pieces that I want to start as well, so I'll see. But as I said, I'm going to be starting with the very center of the mandala motif there. So I just need to work out what threads I'm going to use for the ones that I couldn't get, that weren't in stock, and pull out the DMC, which I'm pretty sure I have in my stash, or I have something similar. So as I said before, I am going to try and use as many as the called for elements in this, because it is going to be a learning process for me. I've never stitched anything like this. I've never really done specialty stitches. I think the only specialty stitch I've ever done is a Smyrna cross, which I only really learned when I was stitching the ones on here. So all the ones on the holly berries there, they're Smyrna crosses, and I love how they turned out. So this is going to be a learning project for me. I'm just going to take my time and enjoy stitching on this. It's not going to be something that I stitch on every day. There may be times, especially at the start, where I just don't want to put this one down, but I'm not going to set a time frame for this. I'm just going to pick it up and stitch when I want. So at the moment I don't have a roller frame for that at all. I don't own any roller frames, so I'm going to start it on a Q-snap, but I am going to have a look into a roller frame or a scroll frame of some sort, because I think that might be easier. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna work on that one yet. So that is all the stitching. Let's have a look at the advent. So Jodrell Designs day 14. And this one, oh, this is a gorgeous colour. This one is called Winter Sunset, and it has got this gorgeous purpley mauve colour into a pink and then into a blue. That is an absolute stunning colour. Number 14 from the Patchwork Rabbit, and it's another Weeks dye works. This is in the shade Merlot 1334, which is a gorgeous wine red. That's not really showing up too well on camera there. So that is my advents. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do for the next couple of hours, because obviously I have to go wake up the students in a bit and then give them time to get ready and then walk them down to the gate so they can get their taxis. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood to carry on finishing some things or whether I want to try and do some stitching. I do apologise, I've washed my hair so it is still wet. It's just drying naturally, and also it means the curls are a little bit uncontrollable. So yes, that is pretty much all I have to show you. I should probably get on with some actual jobs that I need to do, like packing my suitcase and stuff. But I am really in the mood to just sit back and watch Netflix. I have got another episode of The Wheel of Time to watch. I'm loving that series on Netflix. I haven't really got into Christmas movies this year. I've watched Deck the Halls. I've watched The Princess Switch, and I've watched Last Christmas, but I haven't watched any other Christmas films. I don't know why. Normally I do watch loads of Christmas films. The students really haven't been in the mood to watch Christmas films, which I think is a big part of it. They tend to start watching Christmas films in November, which gets me hyped up about Christmas films, but we haven't actually watched any Christmas films. They've been rewatching episodes of Friends and Criminal Minds and things of an evening. They haven't been watching Christmas movies, so I don't know. I can't really believe it's going to be Christmas next week. It just doesn't feel like Christmas time at all. I mean, I'm loving having all the decorations up, which I showed you on one of my first videos. And I'm loving having the little Christmas stitching that I'm doing here and there. I haven't really stitched anything. Sorry, I haven't really stitched anything in the past week. I really haven't. I've managed to finish my secret stitching. I actually need to finish that. I might go and finish that now, like FFO that. But apart from that, I haven't actually touched any other stitching. It's the busiest time I have at work. But then I do finish in a couple of days, so hopefully that all calms down. And then I have, just under 2 weeks off work. So I'm looking forward to a nice long Christmas break before the mayhem of January starts, where I've got some new students starting, which I'm looking forward to meeting. So yeah, that's me done for the evening. I really hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I will post some pictures on Instagram of my finishes. So if you haven't checked out my Instagram, make sure you do. It's all linked in the information box below. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you all tomorrow. Happy stitching, guys!